Yo, welcome to the cast. This is Say That with Vuitton Bond. I am your host, Vuitton Bond, as you can tell by the nameplate below. Yes, we're doing another video version. This is the format going forward. Y'all fuck with it. I fuck with it. I'm having a good time, so we're going to keep it rolling. This is episode number 14. This one is entitled, Lyrics Can Be Fun. Yeah, lyrics can be fun, man. I'm trying to reconcile two different dichotomies when it comes to this rap shit, when it comes to our culture. Two different dichotomies that don't really live together. But before we get into it, this podcast, like every other podcast episode, is brought to you by www.vuittonbondmusic.com. This is the site. So when you guys go to my website, you can go ahead and sign up for my email list, and once you do that, you'll get the Gold Bars mixtape for free. All you gotta do is put your name where it says full name, email where it says email, and then click the green button. It's so easy. It's so easy that a nutless monkey can do it. It is what it is. So when you sign up though, make sure, one, you check your spam folder, okay? Because I could be in there. I shouldn't be in there, but I could be. And two, check your promotions folder. All right. And make sure you whitelist my email, which is bond@vuittonbondmusic.com. Make sure you whitelist my email so you'll actually get my emails. OK, because it's not just the tape that you're going to get. You're going to get early content from me. Like when I drop singles, y'all going to get it a week in advance, or maybe even 2 weeks in advance. And y'all going to be able to actually tell me whether you like the shit. Oh, and when I send you an email, you can respond to it, and I'll get the email, so you can contact me through my email. Y'all better take advantage of that shit now, because when I get to where I want to get, it's gonna be way tougher. Okay, I'm just saying, not to be arrogant or nothing, but it is what it is. So, also this talk is brought to you by the listeners of Vuitton Bond, the people who listen to me on Apple, Spotify, Tidal, Google, Amazon, YouTube, running my numbers up. Thank you. Appreciate it. So today, lyrics are fun. Let's talk about lyricism, man. Number one question is, do lyrics still matter today? Music's getting more and more melodic. Melodic. Fuck editing. We just gonna keep it rolling. Music's getting more melodic, less lyrical. So do lyrics still matter? Of course they still matter. There's always going to be a place for somebody who can lay a verbal smack down on a beat. Someone like me. Somebody who can really wrap circles around the competition. There's always going to be a place for it. But at the same time, when we do this lyricism shit, when we really rap, we got to figure out a way to make it fun. We got to figure out a way to make it dynamic, okay? Because a lot of rappers, the problem with a lot of lyricists is that they're fucking boring. Their music is dusty and they're boring. There's a lot of lyrical rappers who try to cover up some things by rapping super fast. Rapping super fast is cool. It's like a nice little party trick, but you could rap fast and not be saying shit. Just because you're rapping fast don't mean you're saying anything. I said it. So, it adds a little bit of a splash, panache, finesse, but you're still not saying shit. Okay? But there's other lyricists, again, whose music is so dusty. And I'm talking like literal dust. Like, producers, they dig in the crates, get their records, and the records literally have dust on them. They got to blow them shits off like, and then they go ahead and put them on a turntable. They sample it from there. There's a place for that. But if you can make it interesting, I think a lot of lyrical rappers are so heady that they find it hard to make it interesting. It's like the difference between a classical guitarist and a rock, like a super rock guitarist, like, somebody who's in a big popular band or something like that, and then a classical guitarist who like sits in a chair a certain way and has the guitar draped a certain way, and they have to have their posture and their breathing a certain way in order to play this shit. It's like it's like Beethoven playing a sonata. That's cool, but this person isn't really shredding, but it's like so technically proficient. It's like, whoa, this person is, it's like the difference between Tim Duncan and LeBron. Like Tim Duncan, the big fundamental, that's what they call him. I think it goes back to this. Now that I said that, check this out. It's about the fundamentals, man. Lyrics to me are the fundamental to this, but you gotta build on the fundamentals to make something great. Some people don't have the fundamentals, they just come in making a vibe. A lot of the time we call these people mumble rappers. You know, a mumble rapper, that's a colloquial term for somebody who's trash, who can't really hold anybody's jock when it comes to rapping, right? There's a few big artists who are known as mumble rappers, but when I listen to their content, they're not really mumbling. Like, I understand everything they're saying, so, but I get where it's coming from. Like, these guys, they're not the most talented guys in the world, you know? They're not rapping anybody out of their shoes or socks, but this shit is fire. I know that. Like, you know, they work with some crazy dope producers, and it's just them in the studio getting high, jumping around, and just saying whatever comes out of their face at that point, which to me is actually the fundamental, going back to it, the fundamental of creativity. It's just allowing whatever is inside of you at the moment to come out. Whatever you feel inspired to do in that moment, let it come out and express it. And at the end of the day, that's what we do. We express ourselves however we see fit, whether it's through technical proficiency and lyricism or through jumping around, smoking, drinking lean, and just saying the first thing that comes out of our head, right? Now, I listen to everything. For example, today is Friday, March 13th. So we had two big releases that came out. Jay Electronica's long-awaited album. He's been working on it for 10 years. We've been waiting 10 years for this guy to come out with an album. He finally came out with it. It's lyrical. Duh, that's what he does. He's got Jay-Z featured on like every song. Jay-Z's lyrical. Jay-Z's one of the greatest of all time. We know this. Side note, love the fact that a 43-year-old man just came out with his debut album to such fanfare. And he had a 50-year-old man featured throughout the whole thing. It makes me feel good because, you know, sometimes if it takes you a little longer to get to where you want, you kind of get some insecurities about your age. It is what it is. But, you know, if it doesn't really matter, because if you're running your race, then you're running your race. That's just noise. So, yeah, man, the problem with some lyrical rappers is that they can be boring. They can be dusty. They're trying to teach and preach, and we don't want to hear that sometimes. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If you're trying to teach me through a rap record, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's just me. The problem with these non-lyrical guys, these mumble rappers, is that everything they do is dumbed down. I don't want to hear that shit either. So what do? I feel like the greatest artists, the greatest of us, are people who can take the lyrics and then make a great song with the lyrics. You know, essentially, they're good business people who can make a great product that people want to buy. I know, you know, we don't want to talk about business. We don't want to talk about creating a great product. We want to talk about being underground. An underground rapper on one hand or a SoundCloud rapper on the other hand. But you know what Bond's trying to do? Bond is trying to take the underground rapper and the SoundCloud rapper and combine them. I just hit the mic. Hopefully y'all didn't hear that. Hopefully that shit didn't pick up. I'm gonna take the underground rapper and the SoundCloud rapper and combine them. And kind of make him like the Hulk in Endgame, you know? He's got the brains and the brawn together, you know? I just think that's kind of like the best way to go. Like, if you can spit those bars, be in you know, rip a record apart, but you also create a vibe with it, that's it. That's great music to me. Because again, what we do is we express ourselves and we leave an impact on people by making them feel good. Because it's not about being the best rapper, because that's impossible. Like, you're never going to be the best rapper, because it's so subjective. Music is so subjective that you cannot possibly be the best rapper. This is something, again, I'm making this podcast for me. Again, this is just something that I've been thinking about. You can't be the best rapper, but I'm still setting my intention to be the greatest rapper I can be in any given moment. But you can't really be the best rapper because it's so subjective. You can't be the best artist. Who's the best painter? Who's the best Renaissance painter? Who's the best abstract painter? Who's the best impressionist painter? Who's the best cartoonist? Now, if you want to say who's the best quarterback, that's something different, because there's stats, there's numbers that say, well, Tom Brady has 6 Super Bowl rings. Or is it 5? It's one of those. I obviously don't follow the Patriots. Fuck them. You know why? Because they beat my team to get one of their Super Bowl rings. Panthers, baby, keep pounding. You know, I got my keep pounding bracelet on and whatnot. But let me not get off topic. For me, as an artist, I'm inspired by everything. So I want to take everything that I love and put it together. So I love lyrics. I've been a punchline rapper since I first started, so I'm going to use that. I also love the turn up stuff, you know, the southern stuff, the bass heavy stuff, SoundCloud rap, quote unquote, if you want to use that. I love that too. I also love auto-tune, which I talked about in episode 2, 3, one of my early episodes was about auto-tune. I love that, so I use it, you know. At the end of the day, man, hip-hop, and not just hip-hop, but music in general, is about self-expression. Taking the inspiration that is channeled through us, putting it down on a record, and then sharing it with you, the people in that camera, you. So, you know, this is why I say lyrics can be fun. Because if we just take the lyrics and make them interesting, make them, you know, give them a vibe, make them wavy, like some of the greatest have done, you know, this is entertainment. So if you're entertained, then lyrics can be fun. And I say this as the culture gets away from more just hardcore lyricism to more melodies, which melodies are super fun, super duper fun. It's a vibe. I still say that lyrics are important, and that lyrics can be just as fun as the melodies, can be just as fun as the turn up music. It's all about what we do with it, man. This is why I love punchlines. And, you know, I may be like, you know, kind of facetiously critical of people who rap fast, but the fact of the matter is it's entertaining a lot of the time too. And that's what I mean by lyrics can be fun. Yeah, look, a lot of these fast rappers aren't saying shit, but is it not entertaining? It is. So that's what it's about. How can we entertain you guys? That's all we want to do. We just want to entertain y'all. So let's make it less about showing off, you know, and more about entertaining the people. So that's the topic for the day, man. That's my talk. Going back to what I was talking about last week, just real quick, we're getting into 15 minutes. Coronavirus is getting fucking worse, so I definitely want you guys to stay safe, keep washing your fucking hands, use hand sanitizer, take as many showers as you can, don't really touch a whole lot of people, man. If people want to fist bump and shake your hand and shit, make sure you keep your hands clean, man. No cap, because it's getting disgusting out here. Disgusting. Can you believe that they postponed Fast and Furious 9 to next April 2021? That's crazy. What if some Fast and Furious fans were looking forward to seeing a movie, they contract coronavirus, they drop dead. Now they can't see the movie because they're dead. See, Vin Diesel wasn't thinking about that. I think it was more universal than Vin Diesel, but whatever. I'm just saying. I don't want smoke with Vin though, honestly. I don't want smoke with Vin. So I guess I'll talk to you guys. No, ain't no I guess. I will talk to you guys next week. And we'll have another great discussion. Make sure you guys on YouTube like, comment, subscribe, share. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, make sure you leave a review. Leave a comment. Give me 5 stars like an Uber driver. And I'll shout you out if I haven't already. You want to get a shout out, then you got to go ahead and holler at me, man. Talk to me, okay? So with that being said, we out. Say that.